Cyberpunk Edgerunners is one of the most highly rated anime to come out in the last few years.
What?
Basically, it all started when CD Projekt Red released their game Cyberpunk to mixed results. Man, not even Keanu Reeves can carry this game. We need to do something, and like now. How about we make Cyberpunk by 2D? We can sell figures, booby pillows, and cute poskets. You're a fucking genius. Wait, shouldn't you be telling your neighbors you're a child predator? I would be happy to animate your show. Thank God. Some good news. But you better not be doing that crazy shit like in your last anime.
それはどういう意味ですか?
What do you mean? You know, like that high schooler lolly type shit.
いや、先ほど私は基本的には0.0あなたは用意しています。
We wouldn't. At Studio Trigger, we have high standards. We will keep it normal, you know. Like maybe only one lolly. Can we please just not do that?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. What?
クソ食って死ね。
Eat shit and die. By the release of the show, CD Projekt Red had a somewhat polished game, and it would soon become extremely popular. Players and new fans alike would watch the anime and want to revisit the game. With as good as a show as Edgerunners is, it's not hard to tell why. The show starts off with the main character David, who's got no bitches, no money, and no chrome. He gets bullied at school and plays Valorant.
My ego said that wasn't funny.
While driving with his mom, he gets caught in the middle of a Roblox hood lobby. His mom dies and he basically is down bad.
We're just making Legos with my foot.
Since his mom cleans up crime scenes, she can basically investigate evidence at home. David is given military-grade fucking Matrix Dio equipment and goes to school and uses it on bullies. You don't even have real J's, and your Pokemon cards are as fake as your Gucci bag. While taking the train home, he meets this goth girl named Lucy, and they basically steal people's iPhones for 30 minutes. He's invited back to her home, and he thinks he's gonna score. But in reality, he is forced into joining a pyramid scheme. After refusing to sell 10 buckets of Lucy's workout sweat, he is given some convincing by multiple gang members.
If you don't have at least 20 gallons sold by 2 weeks, your ass is grass.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck you mean no?
After promising the gang members access to his OnlyFans subscriptions, he's invited into the gang. The rest of the show involves David doing some gang shit.
He's making out circle time with this one.
Cyberpunk is extremely underrated when it comes to the world that CD Projekt Red built. For one, how many other shows take place in a futuristic, grimy city with cybernetic meth heads jumping from rooftop to rooftop? And the color palette, don't even get me started. The bright neon greens and purples are such a vibe. Think of it if Tokyo and New York had a baby, but with a sprinkle of Florida. Also, the soundtrack. Oh my god. It's so good. It really displays the different cultures that combined during the creation of this anime. A mix of Western grunge and other silly genres with Eastern weed music that triggered a Pavlovian response that causes a mass amount of depression in people who think they can marry a 2D gangster goth Gia. I don't know. The song never really hit me as much as it did other.
Do we still have soda?
No, Joe, we've been out of soda
Are you
for.
talking about Edgerunners?
Yes, Joe. Wait, how'd you get in here? I changed the lock.
Thanks, Franticfrankfurter, for letting me come onto your show. Tonight's Franticfrankfurter is so very good. I invite him to the presidential mewing/engine sessions every day. He brings the best soda and the most devious cake I've ever seen. Anyways, as he was saying, the character writing is extremely good. Each character feels complex, unique, and lovable. It makes you feel sad when they face difficult circumstances. Additionally, the show is creative with the ideas of future technology. Personally, I have the military working on one of those advanced flashlights. I love the characters in the show. I find my favorite character to be Lucy. She has a lot of personality. And that ass, boy, she's got ass on her. Bigger than John's. Oh boy, how I wish I could just go.
Ice cream! Like Joe was saying, the character writing is great. The characters in Edgerunners are never stagnant and are constantly going through character arcs. For example, David goes from being a spunky but kind teenager to being a teenage kid but on steroids. And if you're watching this video and you think you're like David, you're not. I know who you are. The type of person to go in a 3-mile vicinity of a 20-pound dumbbell and think you're shredded. You're not, I promise you. The only thing you're shredding is your chance of having a loving relationship with a girl. You probably think the only reason you don't attract girls is because your drip game needs improvement, or your shoe game needs improvement. The only thing that needs improvement is your personality. Probably listen to inspirational clips of The Last Dance before you proceed to make an insult rant to your closest friends who wish nothing more but for you to stop telling them that MJ is better than LeBron. Also, your Air Forces don't make you look tall. You 5'7" shell of a person. Besides character writing, Edgerunners does action on a whole nother level. Action scenes are creative, gory, fast-paced, and fucking awesome. It's suspenseful as Edgerunners is not afraid to kill off characters. So you're left wondering if your favorite character will make it out alive. Unfortunately, I was spoiled for the ending, so when I watched it, I looked like... While Edgerunners was one of the most entertaining shows I've watched in a long time, it did suffer from some major issues. For one, while the characters felt well thought out and believable, they should have got more screen time. I think everyone can agree that some of the background characters had some bomb-ass designs, but it was disappointing seeing them get as much screen time as Tenten. Overall, I wish the show lasted longer. I wanted more Edgerunners content to be more attached to the characters and see the world become more developed. Furthermore, the ending left a bad taste in my mouth. It kind of felt like the story dissolved into an overly complex series of betrayals, making as much sense as Nirvana lyrics. This all stemmed from each character not really having a strong enough motive to betray one another, making each twist feel really forced. Additionally, each character's death felt very anticlimactic. While Attack on Titan had characters die after providing one of the most powerful scenes in all media, after setting the plot ablaze in the beauty of a bittersweet inferno of nostalgic sorrow, as the viewer solemnly watched the character that provided them with so much joy meet their conclusion, but yet looking forward to what their sacrifices will produce, Edgerunners felt like they decided who was going to die by having a group of bonobos chuck darts at pictures of the cast. All of this combined in me not being very attached to the ending. I felt jealous as I watched others break down in tears. One of the most powerful emotions that one can experience is having the end credits roll and having an empty pit in your stomach. As I watched the end credits of Edgerunners, I continued on my day like nothing happened.
Right! Didn't fucking think you can lay around my house all day doing fuck all. Go find a fucking job, you fucking sausage roll looking twat!
However, I will admit that Edgerunners felt like its own thing. It set itself apart from my favorite game, I Love You Colonel Sanders Chan, and didn't feel like a multi-hour long commercial. The viewer does not need to have played Cyberpunk in order to understand it, and the viewer does not need to have watched Edgerunners in order to fully enjoy the game. However, it does make each experience substantially more fulfilling. Personally, I have never played the game, but I still felt like I understood everything. Maybe I will try the game.
Please, no shitty gameplay videos.
Studio Trigger and CD Projekt Red killed it with each of their projects in the Cyberpunk franchise. It feels like both studios put a lot of time and effort into the work. Small details can be found all over Edgerunners. In-game areas, characters, and items can be found in the anime. Additionally, ever since Edgerunners release, CD Projekt Red included multiple Edgerunners items and details in the game. You can even go and find messages written by Lucy. This concept to me is so unique and cool. They even included references to in-game features in Edgerunners. For example, they included sex.
I'm fucking the dog. I'm fucking the dog, Ted. I'm fucking that dog.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners has set the groundwork for future projects that collaborate with Western and Eastern media, and it is so cool seeing these two cultures collide. There are already anime adaptations of traditionally Western IPs. For example, the new Suicide Squad anime,
They say don't put your dick in crazy bazooey mama.
and the new Avatar cartoon. And for those that don't think Edgerunners is anime,
In China, we don't say hello, good morning. We say fuck you!
it's an animated show made in Japan. By definition, it is an anime. You know what? Any show that has an anime art style is anime. Fuck you. Avatar, Korra, the Boondocks are all anime. What are you gonna do? Fight me? Sit down, bro. The only thing you're fighting is your chair suspension system. Besides, you can't even fit out your damn doorway. I don't care if this is a hot take. Another important aspect of Cyberpunk Edgerunners is its drip game. Each character design is so unique and cool. I mean, look at these characters. They're dripped the fuck out. It is usual for anime to make the blandest looking main character in order to let incels self-insert. But David has some style and personality. The drip game was so hard that they made real-world cyberpunk clothing. And if you wear this, I know you get no play. In conclusion, Edgerunners is a great anime and I highly recommend it. It has solid characters, action scenes, soundtrack, and design. It basically revived a dead game, it's that good. Hopefully this trend of Eastern and Western collaboration continues because I'm sick of the only collabs being Fortnite skins. I'd recommend it to new anime viewers as well. In total, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. You know how like Bocchi the Rock inspires people to play guitar? What if Edgerunners inspires people to take up gang violence? Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I know I'm really late to the Edgerunners hype. Like really late. But anyways, I really want to make it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if we reach this goal, I'd just be really blown away. Since I'm a small content creator, any likes this video gets would really help. I'm going to do another anime review, so leave your suggestions on what I should do in the comments down below. The top comment will be the anime I review next. Anyways, if you want to watch my anime review that connects Neko Arc to hentai, click the video on the right. If you want to watch one of my other videos, click the video on the left. Thank you.